Hey guys, wanted to give you a tombstone update. Yay! Let's see, what is today? Monday? It's Tombstone Monday. Anyway, I got the bases done. Tombstones are done. I'm getting ready to shoot the base coat on them. I wanted to show you what they look like though before I shot the base coat on them. So you kind of have an idea of what it looks like now, and then I'll do another update once the base coat's on, and then I'll do a third update, you know, once all the detailing's done, which is probably going to be in a week or two. Gotta give the paint a chance to dry. But anyway, here's what we've got so far. I got the ripped tombstone there. You guys saw that. There's the base. And the lines on it are supposed to be cracks. Then I got Morgan's tombstone over there, and we drop down, and I did the same type of pattern over there. I used Dremel to cut grooves into it. The difference between this one here, which is the rip one, and that one is I rounded the corners off on them. Here, I'll zoom in a little bit so you can see. As you can see, the corners are rounded off versus this one here where the corners are square. Then I think you'll remember the Celtic cross I did. I decided that's my most ornate one. I wanted to follow the same pattern on there. So I took aspects from the cross itself and dremeled those in. And then we got Enter the Gates, Burnt You'll Be, Just Like Me. That one, here, we'll scroll down. I think I went in a little bit too far. That one, I did the crack lines on it, but what I did a little bit differently was on the edging, and I don't know if it's going to show up or if you can tell. I went and took the hammer and went over all the corners and chipped up the corners and stuff on all the edges and stuff, including the bottom down there. That's all on purpose. And then the last one, or almost last one, is You'll Be Joining Us. And this one, I tried to copy that design down here on the base. And I did, of course, did it on the ends too. Now, the only one I have left that I haven't showed you is the mini crypt, which is right there. And the only thing I've done with that is I used some monster glue on it. In fact, we'll zoom out all the way. To attach a plywood base here and on the lid itself for a piano hinge, which will mount naturally after the painting's done. But anyway, that's what these things will looking like now before I get the base coat put on. I just literally finished the bases on. So I'm gonna let you go. I'm gonna get things cleaned up in here, and I think I'm gonna get the base coats sprayed on these so they can dry. And then tomorrow I can start doing the detail work. So. Hey guys, I'm back. I'm in the process of spraying the base coat on the tombstones. I'm going to be showing these off and on as I get them done. I've gotten 2 done. Figured I'd show them to you so you can see what the base coat's going to look like. Kind of a brownish gray color is what I chose for the base coat, and then naturally they'll get, the lettering will get detailed, all the details will get detailed, and then I might do a dry brush effect over them too to give them more of an aged look. But those are the first 2. I'll be back in just a sec with a couple of more. Okay, got a few more done with the base coat. Basically, I've got the little tomb left to do, but I wanted to show these to you. Okay, here's the last one, the little mini tomb. I got all the sides done. I even did the inside of it since I'm going to have a light in there. And the lid's over there. I still need to do the underside of that lid. But I gotta wait for it to dry, and I'll probably just brush that on because you really won't see that very much anyway. I'm hoping this color of gray, I like the look of it wet. I'm hoping once it dries it should darken up slightly more, but I like the kind of the stone look. I think once I get the detail work done on it, and all the cracks and dents and dings and stuff painted, and then do a lighter gray wash on it, it should look pretty much like a good look of a stone. But anyway, that's where we're at with the tombstones for now. I'll probably do another update on them in about a week or so. Don't know how many of you are subscribed to Widowmaker Production. He has an awesome channel. He does a lot of different props, pneumatic props, and everything on his channel. Reason why I brought him up is yesterday he posted 2 videos for a scarecrow prop, and it's an animated scarecrow that moves from side to side, up and down, what have you. And I got to thinking about last night, you know, it just kind of stuck in my mind, and I've been wanting to do a grandfather clock prop to go in with my gypsy display in my haunted house, and I just didn't want a static clock, you know, sitting back in the corner of the display. I wanted to animate it, and I've been trying to figure out some sort of mechanism I could use to make the thing move. And thanks to Widomaker Production, I think I found it. Here, I'll show you here. That there is the framework for doing this moving scarecrow, and here's the motion of it. As you see, it bounces up and down, goes side to side. My thinking was, is if I made a 3-sided grandfather's clock, you know, the 2 sides and the front piece, and then I shorten the arms up here that he has on this prop to the width of the grandfather's clock, I could attach this framework to the clock, and the clock could rise up, sway back and forth, and then settle back down. You know, it was an idea, and something I'm still kicking around. I'm not sure if it would work. I think it would depend on weight. I think I would have to probably carve the grandfather's clock probably out of foam board to make it light enough for this thing to rise, make it rise and shake from side to side. Or my wife even suggested doing a combination of plywood and cloth, making the top piece and the bottom piece out of plywood, and then for the rest of the clock in between doing that out of cloth, so only the top part would move and shake, and then the base would be steady, you know. But anyway, it's an idea. It's a project I might work on this summer. But this mechanism you showed, Widow, thank you, because I answered some questions. My wife even brought up it has some other applications and stuff. She had some other ideas and stuff, you know, to use it, you know, inside the haunt to animate other things. So I might be borrowing your setup, but it's a good setup, and it looks like it would really work really neat. Anyway, that's all I've got for now. Hey guys, wanted to give a brief update. I was going to do this on Thursday, but we did have a winner on my trivia question that I answered or asked during the tombstone showing vlog that I did last Thursday. Winner is ABC Noise 2. The trivia question was based off of okay, I'm back. I went over and got a copy of Silver on the Tree, which happens to be the last book in the series, and it has the exact quotation in it for the saying. The correct saying, the saying that my gravestone or my little tomb had, which referenced this, read as this: On the day of the dead, when the year two dies, must the youngest open the oldest hills, through the door of the birds where the breeze breaks. Their fire shall fly from the raven boy, and the silvery eyes that see the wind, and the light shall find the heart of gold. That paragraph, while it does not pertain to the book Silver on the Tree, is actually part of the Grey King, which is the third book in the series. It also goes on to say, by the pleasant lake the sleepers lie, on Cadvan's way where the kestrels call. Though grim from the Grey King shadows fall, yet singing the golden harp shall guide, to break their sleep and bid them ride. And then the last paragraph in this one refers to Silver on the Tree. When light from the lost land shall return, 6 sleepers shall rise, 6 shines shall burn, and where the midsummer tree grows tall, by Pendragon's sword the dark shall fall. Then there's a little bit more to it in Welsh in here, and it's been 20 years since I've spoken Welsh, and I'm not going to try to translate it. But anyway, that's the exact quote. The book series, the book and stuff that's saying can be found in ABC Noise 2. Congratulations, son. You nailed it perfectly. Unfortunately, my trivia question didn't have a prize with it. But congratulations, hon. You did win it, and sorry that was all druggy. I know it's probably boring. Be right back. The mini crypt tombstone that I made. Name on the front of it was William Stanton. There was an emblem with a circle quartered by a cross underneath of it, and part of the epitaph on the top read, "On the day of the dead, when the year 2 died." That was reworded a little bit. But anyway, the trivia question was, can you name that the epitaph, that part of the epitaph, and the name William Stanton and the symbol came from a series of books that I had fallen in love with when I was a kid, a teenager, that had introduced me to reading. Could you name the author and the name and or series of books that the epitaph had come from, and the character and that emblem? ABC Noise 2 posted a comment the same day, and she got it right. Some people pointed out, be careful about people Googling to find the answer and what have you. After reading her double answers, I don't think she Googled it. She gave way more information than what Google did on it. The correct answer was, the author was Susan Cooper. The name of the book series was The Dark is Rising. It was a teen fiction book. In fact, here is the Dark is Rising book here. The full answer that came from was a series of poems that Will Stanton had to puzzle out and figure out to accomplish what he needed to accomplish in the series of books. Okay, I'm back. I went over and got a copy of Silver on the Tree, which happens to be the last book in the series, and it has the exact quotation in it for the saying. The correct saying, the saying that my gravestone, or my little tomb, had, which referenced this, read as this: on the day of the dead, when the year 2 dies, must the youngest open the oldest hills, through the door of the birds where the breeze breaks. Their fire shall fly from the raven boy, and the silvery eyes that see the wind, and the light shall find the heart of gold. That paragraph, while it does not pertain to the book Silver on the Tree, is actually part of the Grey King, which is the third book in the series. It also goes on to say, by the pleasant lake the sleepers lie, on Cadvan's way where the kestrels call. Though grim from the Grey King shadows fall, yet singing the golden harp shall guide, to break their sleep and bid them ride. And then the last paragraph in this one refers to Silver on the Tree. When light from the lost land shall return, 6 sleepers shall rise, 6 shines shall burn, and where the midsummer tree grows tall, by Pendragon's sword the dark shall fall. Then there's a little bit more to it in Welsh in here, and it's been 20 years since I've spoken Welsh, and I'm not going to try to translate it. But anyway, that's the exact quote. The book series, the book and stuff that's saying can be found in ABC Noise 2. Congratulations, son. You nailed it perfectly. Unfortunately, my trivia question didn't have a prize with it. But congratulations, hon. You did win it, and sorry that was all druggy. I know it's probably boring.